In our new Truth or Dare episode, Nikita explains how to sell online, shows his internet search history, gives a consultation for free, tells us about his favorite business podcast, and the secrets of recruitment. Nikita-Mark Tenderes is a co-owner of Seven Figures e-commerce business. Company offers bespoke therapy options for relationships in 9 languages around the globe. Up to 200,000 customers already, having customers among CEOs of Fortune 500 and US Forbes list. Hi Nikita, thank you very much for joining us for a new episode of Truth or Dare.
Thank you very much.
Quite brave you are to agree for our new format.
Thank you very much, Tatiana. I'm happy to be here and thank you for having me. We'll see, and it's definitely a new format for me as well.
Let me explain the rules for our audience, maybe who didn't watch our episodes before, that we've prepared some tricky questions. Some of them are not as tricky. They're more general about Nikita's expertise.
Okay.
These are truth questions. And also there are dare questions where Nikita is supposed to do something that quite extraordinary and maybe something new for him. So this is a challenge. All truth and dare questions are mixed between each other. So Nikita gives us a number and I say the question. And there are...
Perfect.
17 questions there are. Nikita, what kind of...
Well, I think if I will start right away with the first number, it might be a truth. And let's try it with the first one.
And it's correct. How to start selling online?
Well, it's actually very easy question that you would ask at first if you would like to start an online business, but it's so wide when it comes to from which perspective you would come into solving it and find an answer. I can say that the easy way would be, it will all mirror your expertise and your, your life habits. For example, if you're a teacher and you're working in educational world, I would say that it's easier for you to start and be as a coach, as an online tutor, and start your online business from this perspective. If you're a person more like introvert and like to be, and you don't like actually talk to more people, to hire them, you would actually go and, for example, start a job as a freelancer, and then you might grow it as a agency. Or you're a salesperson and you're very good in communication. Perfect. Then right away you can actually, this will be an answer for another, I guess, question, how to find the niche. You find the niche. You choose, will it be the Amazon? Will it be some online courses? Will it be some physical product that you will sell it on Instagram or Google? So it actually comes, and it's very hard to copycat different people and their businesses and thinking, okay, if this person is doing with psychological coaching or selling offline from Europe to US or from US to China, some Amazon dropshipping business is good with it, I will definitely be good as well. No, it actually will be all coming down to you and what you actually feel more comfortable with. So I would actually narrow it. Might be a very wide answer, but it all comes I would say that sincerely, it's good if you can do the business with pleasure, in terms that you actually have some passion or you're just interested in this topic. It will be very beneficial for you, for the outcomes.
How would you divide the approaches, like, for example, selling services and selling products?
Well, selling services, it's easier to start if you have some content to share with the entire world. If you are in offline world, you are some coach, psychotherapist, tutor, you teach languages, or you can share some knowledge. You can be the creative of the content, and that's easier in terms that you don't need to find this person who will give you this content or where to get it. So this is one of the things. For example, in my online business, I'm not this kind of person, and I have my partner who is the creator. So I'm more of business development, communication, hiring part. So That's where I come in and I understand that I need this kind of partner who is generating the content. Of physical products, I would say it depends in which region you are. In US, Amazon is great, amazing, for example, to try to compared to continents. I mean, in Africa, in South of Africa, you have different platforms. The internet is totally different, and the online buying is different over there, the habits. And in South America, they're as well different. So actually it comes down to your market. And there are a lot of people where they're trying to say, like, go on Amazon and start selling to Amazon.
Yeah.
For example, I'm from Estonia. We didn't have Amazon for years in our country. So this wasn't the option, but we had some small hour within our country, within our region, some same things, and we would go and we would need to use different methods at all. So it actually, to physical product, it comes to your region, well, to start with, so it would be actually easier for you.
How to detect an effective way? You said there's thousands of ways, and I think that business owners think the same, and they're wondering, okay, what is the way?
I would say what actually was good working with me. I understood right away that I'm not kind of guy who can create a website. I'm not the kind of guy who will go through the online educational stuff, how to become the web developer, Q&A assistant, how to build a business on Amazon. Actually, I will be honest with you, I'm a little bit lazy in terms of like going through all those tons of materials. So I understand that I'm working good when I will be partnered with another person or the agency or someone, and I would love to be in a team, and the goal was to gain the experience from online business, to work with someone who actually already been in the industry, and I will just be with them looking. Maybe it can come down to when you will resell someone's services and you will be like a middleman, but in online world. So doesn't matter, you will understand it at first sight, and then 3 months, maybe 6 months, whatever, you can start your own agency because you will understand how the world works. So actually, I would say like that.
Experimenting, trying out.
Definitely trying out, and even this like our dogma, always testing, always trying, even in terms of when people come to me and asking like, I don't know, I've tried the Amazon, I've tried being online coach, I tried Instagram page, I tried selling physical products, it didn't work out. Okay, like go out, talk to people, try to talk to people who are experienced and can give you some advice in terms like, maybe because you might be on the same market with this person and he will say like, why would you use this instrument, try another one, or try to change your funnel, I mean sales funnel. So I would say not being shy in terms of sharing and receiving the advice. But if you are so, just keeping in mind that be in the lifestyle of starting your own business, that maybe the first idea is not good, doesn't matter. Let's try another one, the third one, the fourth one. And with your life energy, I mean, I know people who started online business from day one, and after 1 year, they could actually get to the point 100K per month in net profits. And I know people who get there in 5 years. Doesn't matter. It's all about the path, about the journey to get there in your own way.
I see. If we go more specific, you mentioned the sales funnel. What is a sales funnel for your platform? I know that you sell different types of courses. How did you measure the effectiveness? And
well, if we talk about the term sales funnel, it's very easy, basically compared to the offline world. For example, you have a restaurant, so you have so you already advertising your restaurant being on a street. In online world, buying Google ads, same thing. And then you have really nice exterior of your restaurant. When you come in, you have nice interior, you have good waiters. In online world, that means that you have good design, that you have good copywriting, means like you have good menu, you have actually the people, I mean, like in restaurant, for example, you tell people right away that you're Italian cuisine, Japanese cuisine, doesn't matter, Mediterranean one. In online, you say that that's what we sell. you're showing your key selling points, you show what problems you solve. And in restaurants, you have waiters, you have hosts. In online businesses, sometimes you have sales department people, you have communication via chatbots, via email, through Instagram page, chatting with potential customers. At the beginning, you will start do it on your own, but then you have people. And at each stage, there are things to improve. So basically, this is the sales funnel, what we call. And in online world, depends. Are you on Instagram page, Facebook, same Amazon platform, doesn't matter, selling some physical products through your own page, buying Google ads, or maybe not the Google, because the Google is not the first Google, not the number one top search engine around the world in markets. In South Korea, they have their own, in China, the third one, and so on. Let's go with number 11.
That's a dare again.
Okay. Well, I understand. I think you go like true for there, something like that. But let's go.
No, just I'm being honest. It's 11. It's 11.
Okay.
I don't cheat. It's the number you give me.
Okay. So the day one.
Give your online course as a gift to a person that might need this for free, obviously. Giving the gift as for free.
Never give advice for a person who doesn't ask for it. So my friends, they know about our business and they know our services. So there were actually situations when friends came to me, people with whom we worked, and they know that my partner is psychotherapist. I'm just a business development, as mentioned. And my partner is a relationship coach, psychotherapist. You can call him, well, he has a degree in psychotherapy. And definitely, sometimes people come to me and ask for private consultants for his lessons, for some course, and for some help. But right away, if you're trying to turn the dynamic, like right away, call your friend and send him your course, my friends would be like, sorry, why now? Maybe I don't know something about my partner.
If it's not relationship course, you give mentorship. Can it be like 30 minutes mentorship?
Definitely. We can be for whoever listens to us.
So you're ready to give it as a gift?
Definitely, yes. Whoever reached me through after our podcast interview, how do you call it? The next one, let's go with the number 3. I think
what was the most challenging time in your career?
Oh, well, we always go through challenging times. I mean, but I would say challenging, I would answer actually in both ways. They might be positive challenging and negative challenging. The first negative one, when we started online business, wanted to achieve our goals. We wrote down our goals and all of that, and then we didn't achieve them in a first deadline, in a second one, in a third one, and you're trying to think like, why? When we were expecting some income on our second month and we only received it on 8th or 9th, I guess. So it was really challenging, negative one, going through the struggles in terms of financially, because we were expecting to get this revenue, to have this income, to have more customers, and then psychological, physical, emotional, in terms of you told your friends you like want to be part of this successful online industry business, and this was very harsh. And definitely it was at the beginning. Then actually was positive one. We started to grow really fast. And there was 1 year when our profit within 1 year hit the mark of 17 times higher. And for example, in terms of like, imagine today your Instagram page or whatever online business course or selling some physical stuff, services agency, you receive 1,000 US dollars, and then after 1 year, we started to receive like 17 each of us, and this was super fast growth. And there's also the challenge actually, how to deal with it, what to do now. And well, I'm the person who loves actually having mentors, and I right away asked for help from financial advisor to help me what to do with amount of money that we started to get really much. And there is always a trick thing, like profits came right away, too much of it, how not to lose it, how to stay on the same level, how not to get into panic, like, okay, right now let's scale our sales department 3 times, let's open branch companies on every continent. And then you understand that, like, maybe it's only for a short amount of time or so.
What was your approach to that rapid transition when you started to earn a lot?
Well, I would say I asked advices from people who experienced the same thing, and I went right away. Why I got to this idea? Same thing, listening to the podcast and things like winning. We all heard the stories when people win the lottery, they actually end up being more broke than before they're winning the lottery. So I understand, like, okay, I don't want to be in this type. So let me ask people who actually had this, who started to earn this amount of money, who went with this super growth and overwhelmed, what to do, what should I take steps. And actually this helped me a lot.
What did you do based on the recommendations?
Oh, basically, definitely not to spend money rapidly on scaling the business in terms of people, not to overpay the salaries, because you would, at first you want to share this income with your entire team. Like, let's give some crazy bonuses. And I tried this. And then you understand that you give us such a high bonus, but then some time in business comes when it's not so profitable, and you see that person is not so motivated, or he expected now his bonus will be only higher than the first one. It gives the challenge in terms of how to cooperate with your teammate now further. So those things, then most definitely just create a huge reserve fund for your business, and to find out what actually brought us the most income and invest into this department. For example, we understood that, okay, Google Ads is our thing. Okay, let's now hire more experienced Google Ads manager. Let's invest more money, but slightly, because we listen to the advices to the people. Like, if you try to put the budget, to have your budget, the marketing budget now 3-4 times bigger, it will be hard after in Google system, for example, in those small things. So basically very technical. In terms of how can I say, personal life, it was strange because I got a bit lonely with the friends and people around me, because they saw that you changing and you want to experience. You start traveling and you come down to your classmates, to your friends, and they feel a little bit uncomfortable to talk with
Not
you.
equal. It's become
Not equal, yes. The distance between you in terms of what do you like, and when they ask you, how was your day? How was your, I don't know, the travel? How was your holiday? And you just want to sincerely share your emotions, and you understand that, wow, you went on such a trip, you had such an amazing things, and we don't see that we can achieve them. And then actually the filtering of your friend list kicks in, and you're like, okay. And then you're trying to call your friends and they're avoiding you meetings with you, like saying like, we're a little bit busy and that. So also the challenge of rapid growth. And then you understand that, okay, it created a vacuum of friend list. And then I filled it with new connections, new people, and just like, also, yeah, like you asked me and I'm answering you sincerely, because one part is like how to deal it in business life, and then personal life as well. Now let's go for, well, now we will have the last questions, I guess they must be really interesting. Well, let's go with the number 6.
Other questions are not interesting, do you want to say?
No. I mean, I think maybe the last ones were very philosophical one, I guess. I'm just trying to guess, but let's go with the number 6.
What's your biggest career fantasy? I'm not saying aspirations, where you would clearly say to everyone, but something deep inside. For example, for actors winning Oscar and 1 million people watching you, what would it be for you? Dreamy thing.
Definitely. I have one, and I would say, as a business person, getting to a stage where you don't have your own charity fund, but you can actually build your small community within the company and help and basically to create like some kind, how can I say, like a huge worldwide corporation, but also something that Peter Thiel wanted to or wants to create with his island. Things that I know my friends are doing with some islands, creating their small community for personal life or for the corporate. So I would say being on a stage where you can buy a piece of land, for example, some island, and having your company over there, corporation, where would you have healthcare system, childcare system, all the infrastructures, and people can come. And well, they definitely will need to invest into the company or the community, what it will be, but kind of so, because traveling all around the world for me gave an understanding that I hate when we are labeled with our passports. I have so many great friends with their great minds, and they cannot travel with me because they need some visas or something like to sort those things out. And now we can see that, okay, digital world helps us to, how can I say, communicate around all the globe. And I would say to have some community that doesn't matter what kind of passport you have. You have great mind, you have great things you want to do, just to share. And basically, recently, one of my friends asked, what would be the business that you would like to do if you don't need to think of the profits, of the money? My answer was right away to give away money, to share into the charity, into the creating new systems, basically. And those are not my original thoughts. Basically, just looking what other great businessmen doing and copycatting. Just same thing. I like this idea. I like this approach. Let me be the part of your, how can I say, or the part of your trying to solve some great things in the world and so on. Let's go with the 17, the last one.
Do you have a pen with you and a paper?
No, I don't have. If you need me to find a pen, I can find a pen, but usually everything is digital.
Can you digitally draw? The question is.
Oh, yes, I might. Okay, what do you want me to draw?
Imagine if leadership was a symbol, what would it be?
A symbol. Okay. Actually, I had the right away idea. For me, for the phone, it will longer, I guess, me to.
It could be just a scratch, nothing.
Yes. I understand it. Basically,
lesson.
Yes. I don't know. Let's try it. I don't know. It's very like typical, but I would say just a regular. Yeah, just a star. I don't know if it's like we can see it. Yeah, but basically,
we can see it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Here it is. Basically, a star, leadership. Yeah.
Amazing.
I don't know. It's just like kicked in.
Why is it a star?
I don't know. It's just like why not a symbol? Just like a star, something that people always look up for and trying to find it, and it's something that it's to find it you need to look up actually, And you can add many philosophical wise things to this thought, but for me it's just like easy, everyone understands it. And like the style, okay, something, how can I say, uh, some leadership might happen here actually.
Accepted. Your wonderful star is accepted.
Thank you.
Next number.
Next one, let's go with the number 10.
That's a general question. How to build an e-commerce team?
Okay. It comes down with your budget. First of all, if you understand that you want to, you need to hire someone and you don't have right amount of budget to hire this person, to pay for a freelancer, you go and you try to do it on your own. So you go through some course. For example, designing business cards. But it's not very hard to learn it yourself. Then actually you go with the freelancers. You pay them hourly or you pay them fixed price for the task. It's easier to find to go it this way. And then all my team, actually, the core team, is from the freelancers. Mm-hmm. They started right away as a freelancer. Then I'm not. I don't have huge responsibility, and I'm not obliged to. How can I say? You hired a person, and now you need to deal with him all 40 hours a week. It gave me the time and the possibility to look at him, how we communicate, how he works, his works ethics, and many things that you understand. Okay, I'm very comfortable working and making business with this person. Let's raise his amount of, let's invest more into him. Let's give him salary, maybe bonuses, percent commissions, whatsoever. And I would say depends on, definitely one of the key things that I wouldn't delegate is HR skills of top key figures in your team. For example, in our niche, we bring in customers through Google, from Google Ads platform. So the person who is managing the Google accounts, and we have about 40 of them, 50. So we need one key person who is like the director of our Google Ads platform, very good one. And I would need to go through some courses, and how can I say, I went through some education where I created, we call them bullshit filters, so I can understand what they're selling me, their expertise. Sorry for my language, but I mean, it's very wide open term, so
no
you understand.
Restrictions. Say it however you want to say.
So
what are the filters? What are the filters?
So I would say understand, for example, for the Google ads, not the person who will trying to sell himself, who is a really great at sales pitch. Mm-hmm. I don't need you to be a salesperson in my team. I need to be kind of a little bit nerdy with the details, ready to dive in. And for example, if I'm looking for a salesperson in communication and a support manager, I need them to have perfect language, perfect pronunciation, great grammar, like language skills, how to deal with the customer problems when they approach you. When, for example, we hire managers that just putting in some data in Excel sheets, I would say we have some filters, like you need to have a great diploma from your university. We don't look into which degree you have, but we look that you have the diploma, that you have the degree. That means that, for example, I don't have a degree from the university, but I hire people with the degrees. It gives me the understanding that this person, if whatever the task is, I will tell him, he'll go and find on his own the solution. Mm-hmm. I'm the one who will try to delegate it. So I need, for the middle class management, if we say so in corporate language, that those filters. For example, one of the things to avoid is I don't hire people whom I actually like in terms of, wow, they're great people, they're like-minded. Because we need to understand, if I'm looking for a partner, this is one thing. But if I'm looking for a person, I'm definitely avoiding the fact that, okay, this person also has same kind of habits that me. He wants to open his own business. He wants to grow. No, I don't want this. I want the person on whom I can rely, and he can be part of our huge team, and he will do whatever he's asked for and ask his help for this. So those some filters, but this is like the huge topic, and me and my partner, we spent lots of hours on this. Definitely, some of my people, they have permission to hire on their own people, but top management, key figures, we went on our own, me and my partner, through HR skills. So I would say how to create a great team, and I was the one thing that I would add is whatever happens in your business, this is 100% your responsibility. For example, someone can say that the Amazon banned my account, or like Google banned our account. This is your responsibility that you didn't foreseen this scenario that it might happen. So you didn't create plan B, plan C, plan D. And for example, if something happens with the person, we are all people. They can call you and say, "I'm sorry, I don't feel well. I cannot come out and finish my work," and you had in your head some deadlines, some things that you wanted him to do. Everything can happen, so you need to build your processes, all this, that actually they have like plan B, plan C all the time. So
I think that the team members, the number is quite limited. If the person has a startup and wants to sell online, who are the most important people? I know you mentioned the HR manager, but
HR managers, they're good when you actually grow, really grow,
yes,
when you have investments. At first, it's easier and more practical to go through few HR educational courses on your own. They are for free online, YouTube, like
LinkedIn Learning. Yeah,
exactly, LinkedIn Learning. I love it. And in terms of startup, do you mean whom they need to have in their team when they're starting the startup?
so let's say there is a small company who wants to sell services or products online, and they have limits in budgets in terms of who to hire. So the
Okay.
question would be, who would be the people, must people?
Well, definitely some marketing department. We need to understand this. Usually it comes the marketing, technical, and execution, I would say. The technical can be, is there a software? Like building a page on a WordPress platform? You can actually, it's very easy to do, but it requires a little bit of some technical knowledge. Like it's very easy to acquire this knowledge. Marketing, to I can say, for a person who will give you the focus where to go, what on to which platform do we need to use, Instagram or Google, Facebook or something new, or TikTok, for example, and business execution, who will listen to all of that and will say like, okay, thank you very much, I understood. Now we will execute and create the execution plans, the processes, and will control and have all of this, like business administration. I would say the legal part. Do we need we need the entity, in which country do we need it, like in Europe or US? What about the taxes? What about the accountancy? And so I would say usually the people already they already have it, but if no, look into it and develop those departments. And sometimes, well, we all seen some great companies with really small amount of people, but they're so brilliant and they bring to the world so great projects. So it's not about the quantity, it's about the quality. And when you grow with your business, sometimes you're thinking, do I really need three marketers in my team, or I can have just outsourcing it all to one agency and it will be easier just in terms of implementations of new ideas and executing the actions. So yeah, it's very wide. I would say depends on you. It will come down that they will go to. I would say a lot of things that people trying right now with the online to create and have someone already 99.9% already created this. So just go there, look at them, what they did. And sometimes you don't need to understand why they have on their website this, how can I say, structure. You just copycat it. It's like everyone does it anyway. It's like with the Instagram influencers or bloggers, like you mentioned before, same thing. If they're doing stories few times every day, maybe I need to do as well. And then you learn that there is some Instagram algorithm that actually you need to do this and so on, so on. So there are a lot of things that we go to our competitors and we understand that they have multi-millions in, they've invested millions in R&D department, and now their website is structured like this. For example, the video is here, the form is here, the comments are here. Okay, why is that? We don't know, but let's try it and test it on our platform. Maybe it's a good idea, and we understand that, okay, this is the way.
Fabulous.
Let's go to number 9, please.
What bridges in business are you glad that you burned?
Oh, bridges. Okay.
Let's say you did something and then you realized that's definitely not the thing and I would like to stop doing it.
I would say in terms of the business, what things that we tried and we understand that we don't want to go there anymore. In business, I would say when we're trying to spend money that we cannot predict the outcome, definitely. We did this mistake even recently in the last year. We tried to invest from 3 to 5 times more money into the market that we actually used to have. And actually, yeah, this wasn't a very great thing to do. And then I would say, in terms of people, in terms of choosing the projects, actually, I would say, in terms of choosing the online projects, is I would don't go anymore to the projects that we don't have expertise in our team in this field. Very obvious, very easy thing, but we tried. We went into the niche industries that we have no idea about at all, like zero within our like close circle even, and we tried it on our own, and it creates more of a like actions for the actions. You know, I mean, like you're trying to move the air, you're trying to have something, you spend so much energy on solving some cases in the field that you are not familiar with and you don't know it, and you don't have the mentors or advisors around you, or for example, it might be in online world, like going to Chinese market from Europe, for example, and you have zero friends. I would say I would never. For example, we tried the Chinese market, but we tried it on our own. We knew nothing about it. And then we understood, like, okay, we'll never try this approach anymore. Let's go and educate ourselves. Let's hire some consultants. Let's hire some conversations and phone calls with the agencies, marketers that will give us the understanding what to do. So this is about the action, I would say. Very easy. I mean, like obvious thing to do, but
Easy, but
yeah,
true.
definitely. You heard it 100 times, then you're like, oh yeah, definitely. I will do right away the same thing. You go, you do it, you fail, you come back. You know what? Definitely don't do it. So there are some mistakes.
It's never bad to remind it again for us not to forget.
Yes, definitely, for sure. And there are some mistakes in online business that actually we are glad that we went through. So we understand that, okay, because some of them happened unpredictably, and some of them, some of them happened really where we knew that outcome might be negative in terms of profits, but we just wanted to test it. Like we understand that if we do such a thing, it might be a fail. Okay, but let's do it consciously, and we will gain the expertise from it and the experience from it, and we'll see how it will go further. So
We've burned the bridge, we've answered the question.
Thank you. Let's try number 5.
It's a dare. That's why I said it's important.
Okay.
Show us your internet search history. We're not interested in personal subjects rather than internet history connected with business searches.
Let me see. Okay, not a. Well, it's very easy. I can go a little bit crypto, like the first one. I can read it to you. Will it be
Really?
enough? Like,
Yeah. The matter of trust.
okay, the Binance, the crypto platform. Time in Dubai right now. Notary near me. Then one Swiss bank. Currently, I'm living in Nice, south of France. So, how many sunny days there are in Nice? For me,
So how
just to
many
know.
are there? How many are there?
300. Imagine 300 sunny days. Yeah, I'm very happy with this number. Then some business Google search was we want to see what happens in dating niche. And I wanted to see some Facebook ads. So my search was dating niche Facebook ads, and it gives you the ads, and you can just see and find them. Let's try with the number 7, please.
What countries are the most difficult to enter for business in e-commerce?
Well, I would say in terms of e-commerce, China, one of them would be, because they have entire closed infrastructure. We're talking that for you even to register a domain, you need to register it in China, or you can definitely have it in Singapore, Malaysia, Hong Kong. They have some like software, the websites, the servers. You cannot host your website on US servers or European one. It should be close to China. Definitely, those were the things. And then you need to understand that on this market, they have their own search engine. Okay. Then I would say, then only in terms of digital e-commerce, I would say where they have very strong language barrier. For example, Indian market, many dialects, and it's very hard for you as the person who's outside of this market to try and sell something there. You can create ads, or you can, for example, like in China, they said right away which colors we should use on our websites. In India, same thing. They have like some tricky things that they used to have, and you as a person who doesn't know the market, you can just miss really like true point. And Thai market, same thing, I would say. But if we're talking about the really wide markets, like English language, very easy. US, UK, Australia, New Zealand, perfect, easy. English in Europe, because there are many people who search something on Amazon or Google, Facebook, Instagram, typing English language. Then you go Germany, France, Spanish, Italian languages, definitely diversity over there comes. This is in terms of the e-commerce. But if you start in Africa, it's actually easy. They have just some small there things. The payment, it comes actually down to the things like where you can obstacles hosting your like website, domain, all that, like registering your business, and can you through your US or European Google account buy ads on this market. For example, you cannot do it from London Google account and buy Chinese advertisement over there. So I would say, and then it comes to the payment systems. In South America, they have their own payment system. In Brazil, huge market, huge potential, interesting things. And you can come down to some markets that, sorry, we don't have PayPal. And you're like, wow, okay, how can they pay me? You need to find acquire. So those things you might struggle. And then in terms, if you need incorporation in this region, so in Europe, it's easy through Estonian e-residency, as you don't need to fly to Europe, you don't need to fly to Estonia. You can be digital nomad official of the country and open the company and then having the bank account and being in Europe. In US, well, also not so hard from abroad to open it. And then, and then it comes like if you need a company in Brazil, then you come to the consultants agencies and ask them, how can I do it? So those obstacles. But other, I would say mostly it's very easy because you use the platform. For example, if you sell on Instagram something, use the Instagram and you sell where Instagram is open and people use it, or Google or Facebook or LinkedIn, for example, same thing, or TikTok. So it's actually very easy. There are no problems over there at all. Next question will be number 8.
Yeah, thank you for sharing these challenges.
Number 8.
Show us a sample of your business letter. We all know that we have samples for different kind of cases.
You mean in business communication?
Yes. Like an email sample, which you usually use.
I don't have samples. I'm honest with you. Like
you write cards all the time.
All the time, from the scratch. When I was a salesman in one like corporate company, yes, I had some letters, but I stopped using them because I understood that I want to learn and I want to maybe understand how I can change my words. So when you at the beginning of trying to sell someone through emails, it's like same thing having the pitch deck for the startups. It's not a very wise thing to have one pitch deck for all the investors for different variety of funds. You need to apply them specifically. So each mail as well, you're applying to this person. Maybe you had a phone call with him, so you're adding some things from the phone call. But actually, my life is not so much of a business emails. It comes to the phone calls, and I can tell you that I'm not such a busy person who gets hundreds of emails. I used to have like 200 emails per day, but then it matter of the lifestyle that you have, changing your habits, delegating to people. Some of my working emails that addressed to me, we have corporate emails and people actually notifying me only if it's something interesting. Like really, this email should have my answer. But yeah, I don't have like samples. I'm like, sorry for that, but you surprised me that.
How dare you have
so many people have samples. No. Yeah, I like to give the personal touch, even when people send me their birthday wishes. Anyway, like I had some few words from my side, from like being sincere, like.
So you want to say that when you celebrate, when you want to say something nicely for an occasion, let's say the 8th of March, the Women's Day, you don't have any letters prepared, like copy paste?
No, we have the idea of like wishing the good things and nice words to people, like celebrating with them some, I don't know, occasion in their life, wishing some really great things to them. Definite, yeah, like I want to give like personal touch. I don't know. For me, it's like good thing to do. And sometimes your Facebook kicks in and saying like, "Hey, you have 10 friends today, and they have all birthdays." Okay, and I will write each of them personal letters, or to some of them video message. If we are in the same time zone, plus minus. Okay, I will call them if we have this relationship with them that I may call them. Thank you very much.
It's always good to be personal, and your answers were also very specific and without any watery explanations. Thank you very much for being with us. I really
thank you very much.
Conversation, your answers, and Great. I hope we'll
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. Thank you for those questions, for those dares, for giving the such dynamic. Really appreciate it. And definitely feel free to share my contacts to the people who can listen me to this video, to this interview, for them to reach me out. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you. In our next episode, we will share how to find good salespeople. Don't forget to subscribe.